Previously in week 2, I ended off with a big power spike, getting my Justice Angel to 9 stars and improving my Field Medic and Sacred Gun. Everyone's main goal here is getting as many copies as you can during the Justice Angel's Interstellar Summon event. I've said this many times, you've probably read this many times in the Discord. And then the following week or weeks are going to be your recovery period for diamonds. So during my week 3, it was August week 4 for global events. If you didn't know, your week 3 is when you sync up with the global events. However, I was surprised that I got the Summon 2 times event because I thought you had to be done week 3, but you still get your Interstellar Firefox Rider regardless. It seems that is the only guaranteed event you will have, and the others depend on what the global servers have. The Wish Summon was active for Holy Bishop, Smiling Apostle, and Stellar Archer, so my Interstellar took priority. Cue the intro so we can get to business. Let's get it. Now I had zero intention to summon for Firefox Rider. I was recovering still from using all my diamonds on Justice Angel, and this is the route I would suggest others to go as well if you're watching this as a free-to-play. Firefox isn't a bad DPS, it's just after Justice Angel. Personally for me, I'm going to be saving and patiently waiting only for Wish summons. You can work on multiple SSS heroes at once with beneficial ranking rewards, even with a mid-tier ranking placement. Shout out to Tomahawk, I saw your comment on my week 2 video, and damn, you are crushing it right now. So you can see my account power right now is 2.3 million compared to ending of week 2 with 1.5 million. Got some better gear, more watches, vehicle upgrades, but most of the improvement came from making more 9-star heroes and increasing my hero levels. I took my Field Medic and Outlaw Arrow to 9 stars, as well as making an 8-star Armored Sage, or I've seen most just refer to him as Monkey. Spoiler, I did get another copy, but I'll show that later. The lineup I was running was Justice Angel, Field Medic in the front, with Sacred Gun, Armored Sage, and Outlaw Arrow in the back. Sometimes I swapped around the positioning based off the enemy lineup. I'm pretty happy with my roster so far. Majority of damage is still going to be coming from Justice Angel, but Outlaw Arrow is doing something. Something is better than nothing, I guess. I just brought him up here as a temporary fix to feed him off eventually. My main goal now is to secure a Coral Diva or 2 and then a SSS DPS. So I did end the week with 31,757 diamonds, which is totally respectable as a free-to-play. I finished week 2 with 615. That's a lot made in just 1 week. I know many say mobile games are just pay-to-win garbage, but this game is quite generous with the amount of diamonds you can accumulate weekly. Of course it has its flaws, but averaging around this amount will allow you to stay relatively competitive if you are smart with the heroes you target. Chapters are still pretty much pointless to track now because, like I mentioned, I'm just held back by my commander or account level. Chapter difficulty isn't an issue. Currently in my server bracket, I'm able to remain top 50 in cross-server arena. Same goes with Star Arena, but it can be hit or miss because I only have 2 teams at the moment I'm working on. My 3rd team is just a throwaway, so I can be bumped out. Skyscraper saw another big jump in the main tower. I went from 185 to 230, and actually holding quite high in the leaderboard. I believe I'm like top 20 in my server at the moment. Faction towers have become more of an issue due to the lack of variety of my heroes and their ascension stars. Not too much of a difference here. Your saving grace is that you can use your vehicle in all of the towers, so it's good to stay on top of the vehicle leveling, vehicle upgrades, etc., because it will help a ton when your heroes are weak. Speaking of vehicle, mine is now at Mecha +2, and I always get confused with the stars here, but yeah, it's 5 red stars working towards the platinum color, and then it goes into rainbow. I get the majority of the ascension agents from either the chapter chest or from the expedition shop. As for the modify with the refined toolboxes needed, you will be getting these mostly from the expedition. Earlier levels you will only get 1 from the final chest, but later on it goes to 2, so they do stack up at a decent pace. The issue is that the requirements also drastically increase. On my main account you can see I'm at the point where it takes 50, so even at 2 a day from only expedition, that's still 25 days. You'll come to a point where you're waiting on hero dupes to take your heroes to higher stars to improve your resonance center, so banknotes will start to stack up compared to earlier. Once you get your vehicle to the max level it can be, you can start buying hero food from the discount shop along with gene potions. I have still yet to feel the need to buy gene potions for the daily shop 50% discount for diamonds. I'll be stacking up these star hearts, or I just call them summon orbs, until an OP hero drops in the Interstellar. You should be getting 4 of these in event. Treasure hunt event is pretty simple. Do your daily challenges, uncover tiles to complete the puzzle. The one thing that sucked here was it had a daily challenge to summon 20 times. I was just really impatient to hold off on just doing all mine at once. It wasn't necessarily a mistake because with the recruitment box of 10 a day, sometimes 30, plus my daily quest, chapter chest making up the 20 a day wasn't really that hard. Now, one thing to note here is the treasure hunt is actually achievable as a free-to-play to complete all of the rounds, as long as the event duration is 7 days. There has been a time where it was shorter than that. I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but since then it's always been 7 days. One round to uncover the whole puzzle will cost you 160. 3 rounds is going to be 480. If you do all your daily quests, as you can see here, this is going to total up to 40. So for 7 days, that's going to be 280. Now you're missing 200. You can go over here to the event shop, and then you're going to see right here, you can buy some more of these for diamonds. If you do this 10 times, that's going to cost you 10,000 diamonds, but that's going to give you your last 200 for 480. There you go. You completed the event. Did all 3 rounds as a free to play. Personally, for me, I think this is a very good event. It just depends on the round rewards and what you're looking for. I think watches are usually a skip because it just costs so many recast potions. If you're looking at that futuristic watch right there, usually I go for rainbow gear. It's usually an equipment chest that you can choose, and I think that's probably your best bet. So I'll end the video off with highlighting my 2-time summon session. So going into the event, I had about 260. I wasn't expecting a 2-time summon event this early on in my free-to-play account, so I was still saving from pushing my 500 previous summons to build up my starter roster. I'll just skip ahead to the SS and SSS pulls to save on time. 20 summons in, I was able to pull the SS Hero Master Samurai. Still eventually want to build him up at least to 9 stars to help with my Bounty Association tower and strengthen my 3v3 arena. Having a recruitment box makes me sad because I haven't had one on my main for like a monthish now, so food is pretty hard to come by, as not having the box put a dent in my ticket gains. So I skipped pretty ahead here as it took me 140 summons to hit my next announcement of either a SS or SSS hero, and this is where I got the other copy of the SSS hero Armored Sage. So at the beginning I mentioned I got him to 8 stars. If you were like, where did this other hero copy come from? On week 2 I only saw you pull 1. This is where it came from. I still think this hero needs a buff. The enemy monkey when you're in Skyscraper Tower feels like King Kong, while your monkey feels more like Curious George, but it's still a big help for my free-to-play account. We snagged yet another copy of the SS Hero Master Samurai. Was hoping for Sacred Gun as I feel she has the most longevity in the SS category because of the revive, so you get the built-up SSS Hero Holy Bishop. 30 summons left here. We already got the SSS Hero Pity Chest, so I knew that was on the way. Nothing with the last 30, so let's see what we got from the chest. So we ended up getting Dr. Smart. Ouch. He's not the best pull here. I think he's probably one of the weaker SSS DPSers in the game, but you gotta take what you get as a free-to-play. Overall, it turned out to be a solid week. Like I said earlier, I was just prepared to coast this week, not really get much progression, saving everything, but that 2 times was a nice surprise, helped me get more hero food, build up the roster I've been investing into, and I'm excited to see what week 4 brings. I'm pretty shocked at the response the free-to-play week 2 video got in terms of views and engagement. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to continue this series as long as I can, and I hope your account is coming along nicely. The thing about this free-to-play series is there's definitely going to be weeks where it's really boring. Not much is going on. I'm not making a lot of progression. Maybe there's not that many events. So this week wasn't very exciting, but I can tell you weeks 4 and 5 are definitely exciting, and there's a lot of information I'm going to be giving you. I am slacking on these. I'm quite far ahead of my free-to-play. I think I'm just going into week 7. So hopefully by the end of this week, I can get out 2 more videos. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.